Have you ever taken a walk in the woods, enjoying the sights, taking in the sounds, and inhaling the smells? It's pleasant, isn't it? What if you weren't alone? What if an animal was stalking you? Every crunch from behind you pierces through your ears. Well, take a listen to my story, and you might relate. I decided to spend one of my summer nights biking and walking through the woods. Right around sundown, I make my way to the entrance of the woods, a nice opening where two tree lines meet. The path was rough. The dried mud had shaped various bumps and ridges. The grass had broken its way through the dirt, providing a hint of greenery on the path. I leave my bike outside, the kickstand sinking into the dirt as I walk away. Glancing behind me as I enter the woods, I see my bike, scratched and worn down, silhouetted by the sunset. The red and orange glow from the west broke through the tree line, lighting the woods in front of me. The frogs and the crickets started to croak and chirp with intensity, filling my head with their calls. Looking forward, the path is dark, and the sunset has reached its illuminating point. The vines and plants drooped into the path like little arms and fingers that would tug at my pants and socks if I walked through them. I'm too scared to keep ahead, so I decide to go left. As long as I'm in the light, I won't get lost, and I'll remember my trail once it is dark. My gaze crawls across the trees, and the sky, and the animals, and splash! I step into a muddy puddle. The dirty water flies all over my shoe and my shin. It's warm and muddy, feeling like frosting hitting my leg. I stop in my tracks to find a stump to sit on, and there's the perfect one a few steps off the path. So I walk over and start to sit down. As I step closer, a stark hiss shocks me, sending me running back. I swivel my head. A thick raccoon lumbers away from the stump, his ringed tail slipping into the darkness. The glow of the sunset has lessened, and pretty soon, I'm going to need my flashlight. I stand up and continue on the path. I reach a landmark of our woods, an old shipping container that sits rusted, beat up, and doorless. I've always found it fascinating, seeing it in the dim light of the sun, the inside completely black now, brings shivers to my spine. Letting my imagination get the better of me, I think of what things could be in there. I was scaring myself. I continue, and only after around 10 steps, the sky is completely dark. The frogs had quieted, and the crickets continued, but were sounding further away. I plunge my hand into my pocket and feel the soft plastic case of my phone. I snatch it and pull it out, pushing my thumb into the side. It turns on. A bright glow hitting my eyes. I push the flashlight icon, and in an instant, the bright lights cut through the darkness in front of me. I move my hand around to get a good feel of the area, then settle it, angled to the ground. As my quick steps beat against the dirt, I begin to berate myself. I should have moved quicker. I wasted too much time looking around. I stop suddenly. A noise catches my attention. So silently, I listen. Crunch, crunch, crunch. It was leaves, and something moving on them. The sound comes from my left. I stand too frightened to move my light, but also too curious to keep still. Right as I start to move my light, I hear a howl. I jump back and take off, rushing forward, going as fast as I can. I don't want to look back, just in case, but the howl sounds too close. It could have been a coincidence. Maybe the crunches were a fox or a raccoon. As I run, my heartbeat fills my ears, thumping and thumping. It feels as though a drum is beating in my head. I quickly become tired of running, so I slow down to a jog, finally checking behind me as I continue forward. There's nothing following me. Then again, my flashlight doesn't reach far. All I can see are some branches hanging low, leaves and grass trying their best to cover the path, and weeds reaching out, just like before. As I turn back around, I feel my foot drop from beneath me. My heart sinks in my chest. almost like it fell out of my body. My phone flies out of my hand as my upper half is thrown forward. My arms hit the dirt, then roll, my legs going second. I then roll the rest of the way sideways, finally hitting the bottom after what feels like an eternity. As I lie here, my body aches. I hear my phone tumbling down the hill too, nestling firmly into my leg as it stops. I go to reach for it, my wrist aching as the muscles tighten to grab it. While I grip it, I just look into the sky, the stars breaking through the swaying leaves high above me. I bring my hand up to my face, firmly grasping my phone. I flex my thumb and push it into the side. Nothing. My phone is either dead or broken. Running my hand along the face, I can't feel any cracks, and the case is still on. Not wanting to move, I look back up into the stars. They twinkle one by one, playing peekaboo behind the leaves and branches. I feel so exhausted and tired, so I close my eyes.